Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is back of the base. The chuckle do sound text baby man of this back. You know this it is. Real man rust up, fake man rust up, rust up, rust up, breath the word preach on. And welcome to the back of the basic broadcast, back of the basic broadcast, back of the basic on YouTube, back of the basic. And we could continue to talk about everything, topics, and everything, anything we can talk about in this broadcast. Only place you ever get is right back to basic. But today we're going to talk about in the back of the basic of the unsung review Christopher Williams. Now this brother right here, man, I'm trying to put a close up. This brother right here, I like it because it talks about what's going on in Christopher Williams' life. Um, let's look at the guy's background. Christopher Williams, he had hit songs like "I Am Dreaming," "Every Little Things That You Do," "All I See," "Talk to Myself," "Come Go With Me," "Dance For Me." He had other hit songs, but the biggest hits like "Talk to Myself" and "Every Little Thing You Do" and "I'm Dreaming." Those are his big hits. And he was in a movie called New Jack City. I'm gonna talk about that later because I don't know why they put him in the movie because it seemed like he didn't do too much in that movie. I'm just sorry. I just have to call it what it is. No disrespect to him. But his real name, Christopher Wills, that's his name. His name Chris but his real name is Christopher Lauren Williams. He was born in August 22, 1967. So he had to be a Leo. He had to be a Leo or something like that. Let me look at the zodiac sign because I'm not into much about a zodiac sign, but it looks like he had to be a Leo or he had to be a Virgo. He had to. Let's just look it up and see the 22 zodiac sign because he got to be a Leo. If he ain't a Leo, he had to be a Virgo. Yep, I was right. He's a Leo. He's a Leo. And you know what they say about Leos? Leos, they more like into material stuff. And they the most loudest people you ever meet. Trust me. They are like that. Leo men and Leo women. Trust me, I know. Been around them. I had somebody in my family that would get along very well, but we know how each other is. But you'd be surprised about Christopher Williams' life. I did not know this brother is related to I'll Be Sure. But I think his career went blackball because it got a lot to do between the Halle Berry scandal. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get to that in a second because that really hurt him pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie, it really does. But yeah, he's the cousin of I'll Be Sure. I think I knew this, and he's the nephew of a jazzy singer, Adelie and Fuzzy Avert. Yeah, I think she's like, yeah. That's his auntie. That's his auntie. That's crazy. So he got some music royalty in his family, basically. So this brother been through a lot because I watched the Unsung and they was talking about a lot of things that he been through. I believe this brother was back. I hope y'all didn't see that, but I believe this brother was blackballed because of that, that Halle Berry's thing. Now, what the reason why he was blackballed because of his temper, his attitude, but people need to understand when you're in the music business, it's a risky business, but it could be a stressful business. It will wear you out. Trust me, it does. For anybody that think about being famous, you better think once or twice to think about being famous because it's not worth it. It's just not. I'd rather be a regular person than rather be famous. Because instead of cameras all over me all the time, and when I watched it where they were saying that he did unplug, I remember that they did not want to put the song what he did come over to my place. I don't know why they never air that part. They want to play the big hit single, his second single, his third single, whatever. Every little thing you do. He didn't want to perform the song. I think he got tired of it because I don't think he could actually true be himself what he really is to real establish himself as an artist. This man went berserk when they told him that he could not do that song. He tear up everything. He tearing up the doors, the breaking the golden plaque records and wall. I mean, I tell you, when you do that to a corporation office, you're done. You're done. Simple as that. You're finished because you got to look at it. He from the Bronx. This brother right here is from the Bronx. Come from the roughest neighborhood. Have you seen the Bronx? It's one of the roughest, rough side to the ghettos, to the part of size of the ghetto in America. That's how rough it is. His career was started in 1988 to 2000. But what really fall him apart is because he couldn't have no some kind of musical creative control of his music. And I feel bad for this brother because he had to deal with it and the Halle Berry scandal. Now there's rumors going on about this brother Christopher Williams. Some people say that I don't think he views Halle Berry. I really don't. He might have an anger, but what's really frustrating him that how this industry really wearing him out. I tell you, felt bad for him because I believe it's probably Wesley or probably that baseball player. It couldn't be this brother. They really believe Christopher Williams really jump Halle Berry and knock her eardrum. Some say it was Wesley Snipes. He kicked her so hard it knocked her eardrums. She went deaf. You think about that. And then he has a child with Daisy Dash and had a previous relationship with her. Didn't work out as it's playing very well because all I could see, that song he did, it was a custody battle for his child, Austin, or something like that, had a child with her. I mean, Stacy Dash of all people. Man, Stacy Dash was fun. But let's be honest, she's way outdated. She outdated of she so far moved from the 90s. She can't even move at this point. Only thing Daisy Dash is nothing but a sellout plastic form whore. I'm sorry. That I just call it what it is. She was something to look at and now she ain't nothing to look at. That's all I can say about that. Fuck Stacy Dash. Real talk. You know, only thing I can say of this, I like this unsung review about this brother because pray for this brother because it's really sad about this music industry and he's still performing to this day. And you got to look at it, man. You're product of your environment. And I'm gonna say this as us as brothers, we got to how we how we're being viewed and how we're seeing ourselves because nobody understands what we have to deal with but us, and that's anybody else and sisters too. And I know understand it's rough out there, but don't become more what you hate and be the loving the person that you're supposed to love to come. So pray for this brother, and I hope he's doing well. So shout out to Christopher Williams for this unsung, and I think next week it's going to be Sky. I will check on that and their review and what I think about it, if I heard of this group or not. So I hope you in review of this to talk about it, and then his album. And I'm gonna tell you before I go, that New Jack City movie. Let's talk about it. He ain't doing too much of that movie. I'm sorry. He just nothing but a pretty boy, flamboyant, boyment to look at. I'm sorry. The guy just he just a thugament, pretty toned thug. I'm sorry, he wasn't. He wasn't shit, man. I'm sorry. When it comes to singing, yeah, and I'm dreaming. But this movie he did was Wesley Snipes, man. He ain't doing the much, and he was the original of the character of the group. I mean, he was the character of the movie called CMB, Cash Money Bro. I forgot what character he played. Let's look it up, the movie New Jack City, because he played a character in New Jack City. He played a character because the character he was playing. I'm trying to think what character he was playing in that movie because he destroyed record label, man. That was funny. Did you know they was gonna do a remake of New Jack City? I hope they don't because that's gonna ruin the classics. And what's up with these reboot movies? They need to leave it alone. Leave these classic alone. White movies, black movies, it doesn't matter. Because when you bring it back, it ain't gonna have that same feeling it once did when that movie came out. Sorry, but I have to say it. I'm gonna find Christopher Williams. Yeah, Christopher playing Akeem Abbar. That's what he was playing. So in that scene that he was being, you know, basically, in other words, when Nino Brown struck him with that cane sword on him and struck it in his head, and he just because of messing up the drug plan, and he told him, "I don't like you anyway, pretty boy motherfucker," and just pulled that spine cane out of his hand. That's hurt. You know that hurt a hell of shit if that hurt his head. And then he told about it was a 5-0 and all that because they brought the guy in, Ice T, that played the guy. What Ice T played the car? Because I saw this movie. This movie came out in 1991. That's an old movie. It's like 30 years ago. No, 50 years ago. This movie came out 50 years ago. I had to be at least about, probably 4 years old. I was very young. Ice T plays Scotty, Scotty Tilson, yeah, and then Wesley Snipes was played as Nino Brown. So he tried to get back to kill his teacher, but anyway, I have fun with this review of Christopher Williams. But I'm gonna have to be honest with you. He could not act and act for shit when if it had to save his life. But when his songs that he did was great. But only thing I can say about this Christopher Williams, man, I wish him nothing well, and I hope he have great more years to come, man. Pray for this brother, so he can have great things in life. So I hope you have fun with this review of the new song, unsung from Christopher Williams, and tell me what you think of this review about Christopher Williams out of his life and the music he created and albums and a lot more to come. All right, and next week I'm going to do review of Sky. Stay tuned on that on next Sunday. So I'll see y'all then on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever. You'll see by then. And that's all I can say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Base and Chugging the D-Cell Text, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace. I'm out. All right. Peace.